It's not as cold as it was out yesterday. We have clear skies, but there is no wind chill, but it's still relatively cold outside. Right now I have this boiling pot of hot water. I'm going to try the boiling water trick. We toss it up in the air and it should turn into water vapor. Here we go. Lawrence says he does greatly appreciate the patience all citizens of St. Cloud have had, and especially those helping out their neighbors. As they continue work of the snowfalls and of the sunshine warming up the ice, the roads will be clean soon. Brad Kolpack, UTVS News.
Brad?
Thanks, Brett. A professor at CSU has been on a mission the past few years to help some of the poverty communities around the St. Cloud area. Jerry Sparby created the YES Network to try and make the local communities around St. Cloud better for everyone. One of those projects that they are doing is called a Summer of Food program.
3 years ago we had organized a number of volunteers, a number of people from here on campus. We brought in some community members, and we made somewhere between 10 and 12,000 lunches that we took out to the schools, summer school, and to the community.
The food program has grown to more than just giving families food.
The program has grown from 12,000 meals to 55,000 meals. We have grown in the fact that we're engaging more students, more faculty, and more staff involved with the program as we develop.
They found an added benefit to giving food to these families.
What we've found is that families that eat together grow together. And so we have encouraged parents to sit down and eat with their kids.
After the food program this past summer, the YES Network Board talked with the parents in these communities to see what else they could do.
Through those conversations, we have identified that our next project we want to take on, besides continuing the food, is to do an after-school program.
Since the parents want these after-school activities that are close by is because of not having the need transportation or the money to get to the other after-school activities that they're out there. Brett, Danielle?
Now, Brad, what is the YES Network hoping to do for after-school activities?
Well, Brett, they're currently writing grants for some equipment, but they are also talking to the department managers and owners about blocking off some of the parking lots for children to play.
Cool.
That all sounds very interesting. And is there a way for people who are interested to help out?
Yes, there is, Danielle. If anyone is interested in volunteering or even looking for an internship, they can contact Jerry Sparby at jksparby@stcloudstate.edu.
Thank you, Brad.
We have a product we use. It's called liquid anti-icing and salt brine. It's basically a salt solution that before a major snow and ice event happens, we pre-treat our roads. And what that does is it drops the temperature down. Water freezes at 32 degrees. If you use this de-icing chemical agent, water won't freeze at 32. It'll freeze at a much lower temperature.
St. Cloud Public Works uses tanks to store the brine in.
This hopper we fill with salt, punch in on our computer screen what we want to make. It automatically dispenses the water. When it gets to the correct concentration, it automatically shoots it out and into all the tanks any of the tanks that we have punched in up on our screen. So this makes it a lot easier for us to make brine.
They use about 53,000 gallons of brine.
And that helps avoid a lot of salt use later. We'd be using much more if we didn't use that de-icing liquid.
So how much salt did they use last year?
Last year we ran short. So that 3,022 tons was more than we had anticipated buying. We regulate the salt use rather religiously. We don't put any more or any less salt on unless the conditions change and it warrants that.
How does Lawrence feel about the rest of the snow season?
March is typically one of the snowiest months of the year. So we hope the weather keeps getting better and better and we don't have to worry about it, but you always got to anticipate something.
Brad Kolpack, UTVS News. As Minnesotans, we expect winter to be cold, which is fine until you factor in the wind.
Usually February, to me, turns out to be like the coldest part of the year.
But what is wind chill?
It's not a true temperature. You know, if you put a thermometer outside, it would not read -30 when the wind chill temperature is -30. It is intended to give us an idea of what it would feel like to us if the air were calm, or almost calm, and giving us that feeling of cold.
There is something that the wind chill does not account for.
The sun will warm you, so if you're standing in the sun, then it's not as bad as the wind chill temperature would indicate.
There is a cool experiment you can try on these cold days. It's not as cold as it was out yesterday. We have clear skies, but there is no wind chill, but it's still relatively cold outside. Right now I have this boiling pot of hot water. I'm going to try the boiling water trick. We toss it up in the air and it should turn into water vapor. Here we go.
When you throw water into the air, it breaks up into droplets, and then those droplets, because the air is so dry, you get quickly they start to evaporate.
Brad Kolpack, UTVS News.